So it's hard to not turn that into a commercial. So I mean, telling people to watch my podcast or read my articles, I think education first is really important. And so, none of my content is commercialized. Like I don't like I'm not monetized on YouTube. I don't have paywalls on my website. Like just read the stuff, watch my content, and learn about it. So I think that's the first thing is get comfortable with the idea that you could hire 150 people this year and it would cost you a $20 a month Claude subscription. But that would be a waste of money if you don't understand how to utilize it. The other thing is, just once you get past that threshold, get good at having AI interview you to understand what your needs are and what you stink at, what you hate doing in your business, because those are the kind of things that you should be working to outsource. Secondly, just don't be afraid. That's the most important thing. There's so much fear around the technology and what it's going to do to the economy and mass layoffs and these kind of things. And like, don't be that. If that's going to happen anyways, then you want to be early and you want to be benefiting from the extra efficiency before the world adopts the extra efficiency. So that's your incentive to do it in the first place. But your second incentive is you could be one of the people that ends up kicking off. You could buy your biggest competitor, even if your competitor right now is 10x bigger than you, but they're too big to make a move this direction. You might be able to buy them out in 18 months because you grew so much faster than them. You stole all their customers, right? So, like, don't be afraid. Really educate yourself. Spend some serious time figuring out what processes your company isn't good at, or you don't want to do, or you're afraid to hire for, or whatever. And then my commercial pitch is anything that scares you too much. Like I'm very easy to reach, and we would be very happy to help. Do that kind of setup. Help you engineer your solution. And it can be as simple as we spend 10 hours engineering how your solution works, and we hand it to you. Or it could be, hey, pay us dollars and I'll have a team sit at your company and learn about your whole company for the next 30 days. And we will completely implement all of it. We'll set up the servers, we'll set up the agents, we'll set up the processes, we'll integrate it with your existing CRM, CMS, whatever else. And you'll be rocking and rolling in 6 weeks. You'll be the most efficient person in your industry. And so that's I think those are the two directions that could be taken.
Awesome. And so you have educate, you have start to get comfortable with it, and then anything outside comfortability, get help, essentially. Yep. But
can't learn to swim. You can't learn to swim without jumping in the pool. And if you're too scared to jump in the pool, pay for a swimming lesson.
Absolutely. And I want to be a little bit more specific, because what specifically are the actions that we're moving beyond education, right? What would be a roadmap, like a 30-day roadmap for somebody to start knocking down the ignorance barrier that they have with AI and AI agents in particular?
Create a mock job. Like get a Claude Code subscription. I've got a couple of affiliate links on some of my article. If my article is about Claude, there's an affiliate link that actually gives you a free 30 days. So be one of the people to claim that. You get free access to Claude. Tell it to build, tell it your company is something that it isn't. Like create alexswidgets.com and explain to it an entire business problem that doesn't actually exist yet and see how it works. So make a low stakes version of your own company, right? And see what it could do. Say, hey, I want you to fix my SEO. I want you to fix my business processes. I want you to fix my internal stuff. Like just create a mock company. Spend 30 days. This is like people pay Tony Robbins and stuff like $50,000 to sit and have him yell at you for 3 days. So like by all means, like just set up a fake company and spend a few hundred, maybe a few $1,000s at creating like a fake utopian version of your company and see how great it can make that other entity. And if after 30 days you're unimpressed, like, cool, you're a genius and you don't need AI tools, move on with your life. But if you see the possible value that could be implemented in your real company, just tell it at the end. Say, hey, this has been a sandbox and you've done a wonderful job, Claude. And it'll say, wow, thank you. How can we integrate this into your real company? And then just to tell it, copy paste the lessons you've learned here. here's my real company, here's my real books, here's my real website, here's my real customer list. Let's start to tackle these things. And it can just be, it can be copy pasted. That's what frankly, it's what we did as a company. And it's why we're super, super excited to be doing this work.